Hello, you beautiful person watching this. I am so happy that you're here. Welcome back to another Slay the Spire Ascension 20 silent run. On this channel, I upload my recorded wins with some commentary and general discussion about this beautiful game that we play. Got a real treat for you today. One of my favorite runs ever. Generally speaking, not even that I've only played myself. Really cool. If I could recommend one run to watch all the way through that I've uploaded, I would say this one. So far, of course. So we take the Lament, as I see I have a clean path to a elite and possibly even a super elite double snipe. And get a Blade Dance on floor 1, that's really good. Get to boost max health for a blue key. Take us, Boost max health for a golden idol, rather. And we take a Ceramic Fish for 9 gold whenever we take a card. Add a card to our deck. And accuracy looks really good with double Blade Dance now, wow. And card remove. So playing very fast, of course, for these first few floors that don't matter so much. Blade Dance is not much of a decision. And the early accuracy is great. And of course, I knew that I was going to have to fight the Super Elite now if I wanted to kill it from full health. So take the Blade Dance for some damage. And Dagger Throw is also a great attack common. Definitely good. Upgrade the accuracy. We have 2 Blade Dances, so it's going to be like 10 damage per shiv now. Absolutely massive. And also found an Art of War, which will give us 1 energy on the next turn if we choose to not play any attacks on any given turn. And drawing accuracy and double Blade Dance on turn 1 here against max health Lagavulin, so thank God we have this accuracy. Or otherwise we would have been straight up dead here, to be sure. Blade Dance getting reduced to 2 damage per shiv after the first debuff is absolutely ruinous, dare I say. And can't quite get there. I draw with Dagger Throw first, hoping this reshuffle hits a Blade Dance again, which would have lethal, but I whiff. So instead take 14 damage, very sad. There was some chance to get out there without taking that damage. And we find a Tungsten Rod. Whenever we would take damage, take 1 less damage instead. And I take a Predator as well, a great early damage card. Probably not necessary anymore, but to take it anyway. And a question card as well. We get to see 1 additional card per card reward screen now. So by default, we'll see 4 now instead of 3. It's a great relic to find early. Plenty of card reward screens to go. And finally, time to slow it down a little bit here. Hope you're still with me there. A lot of relics for this point in the run so far already. But of course, Lament and Golden Idol aren't really counting as relics. And was looking for something a bit better here. Still have Gremlin Knob to go. None of these cards are great with that. I could take Choke for our Blade Dances, but with accuracy involved, our Blade Dance is already doing plenty of damage. That seems unnecessary, and Choke will be bad probably later on. And so here I can keep up Art of War, but not proccing the Artifact Charge is a little bit questionable. I still do so though, because I had a Predator and possibly 2 Blade Dances coming up. Definitely want to play all those cards. So keeping the 1 energy seemed correct there. And I killed one on the left instead of the right, even though it has more health, because Blade Dance plus Predator kills it. And then some. And a cute little synergy here with Essence of Steel and 1 Defend. Because Tungsten Rod prevents the damage, we actually don't lose the plated armor. So now all we need is 1 Defend per turn and we'll be completely immortal in this fight. It's already blocked for 5 for us, essentially. And we made it through. Pretty good fight. And we find a Tori, and that is absolutely amazing with this Tungsten Rod. Now, whenever we take 5 or less unblocked attack damage, that number will get reduced to 1, and then that 1 will get prevented by Tungsten Rod. And so, if we are taking 5 or less from an attack hit, we will not take damage anymore, and that's very important. And interesting card choices here. I think I take Doppelganger here because I know that I have a Doppelganger and I don't know how else I would have gotten one. But there's also Deflect here. I remember taking that. Okay, so somehow I get a Doppelganger some other time. Spoilers. And that's very interesting. And I actually key Molten Egg. Most of the attacks that I would like to add are Shiv based, which are not attacks when clicking on them, so Molten Egg does nothing. And I figured that the average relic I find going forward will be better than a molten egg at this point. That may not end up being the case, though. Not a great hand here, so I can kill the left one with the strikes, of course. Definitely doing that. And then when I deflect, the middle one, when it hits me, will actually do 0 because of the combo. I will henceforth refer to Tungsten Rod Tori as the combo, to simplify that. And another accuracies here. That's pretty good with our double blade dance. And going into Slime Boss, we definitely need some strong attack damage in order to kill that guy. The poison strat is not very good against the Slime Boss, as it will go away after the split, which is very sad. And I consider using attack potion, but I see I have Predator coming up, so that will kill. Only take a little bit of damage there. And yet again, not great rewards here. We don't have a footwork yet, so this dodge and roll is a little bit sus, but do need some block cards eventually, and I expect to find the footwork at some point. Other cards weren't great, so I do take a dodge and roll after all. To kind of round out our deck. We have so much damage and scaling with the accuracies that need to throw in some block to round it out a bit. And just need to find these accuracies. Already found one. So ideal draw is finding the accuracies before those shivs, and we do. And I actually considered not playing these strikes because of Art of War, but that's a bit foolish. Now I can split. Gonna use attack potion just to make sure that the split is as good as possible. Sneaky strike, so 12 more. And because of that, now the left one will die to a blade dance, doing 48 damage for 1 energy. That's pretty good. And I'm already full blocking due to the combo with this 9 block. And it won't split here. Need to get it to 22 health. Split, so that's good. Go ahead and split with the Predator here, play Slime, and then hope to draw Blade Dance in a timely manner here. There it is. So a pretty smooth Slimbo fight, all things considered. And some good options here. I definitely considered a burst here. We have 2 Blade Dances, so basically burst alongside Blade Dance after we played both our accuracies is basically another copy of Blade Dance for another 48 damage. My god, that's massive. But Adrenaline is really good, of course, and take that after all. And almost snap picked Astrolabe, but we have 9 basics. So take a Pandora's box. What's in the box? And there's our doppelganger. We also get a setup, but some good cards as well. Wily Plant's Piercing Whale are here, and we have this Concentrate Expertise combo now. So if we have Expertise and Concentrate in our hand, we can discard a bunch of cards and then Expertise and draw up to 6 again, which is actually going to be very relevant in this run, which is very fun. And 521 gold. Interesting going to a shop here. We got the bandits here. Play my accuracies. And so I can actually go deflect, dodge, and roll instead of survivor, and it will actually still full block the first hit. So in theory, I think this costs me 1 health because I would take an extra 1 from the right, but I also block for 4 next turn, so netting me 3 health, arguably. And then these guys are now hitting me for 0 because they're hitting for 5. Very cool. Of course, they're dead anyway, but point still stands. So pretty good fight here. Definitely didn't go badly at all. Took 10, I think. And more trash here. Considered a blur, but we just removed all of our defense and only got Piercing Whale pretty much as a return for defensive card, which is a great card, but it's not making an actual block number. And blur is now very questionable. Consider another dodge and roll as well, but that's getting a bit sus. And here we go. We have a very interesting shop here. I consider clicking Ice Cream, but that is 345 gold. My god, that's so much gold. Would have loved that here with the Doppelganger and the Concentrate, especially. But it's a bit too much gold, and also I uploaded like 3 ice cream runs in a row, which actually went into my consideration here. Didn't want to keep doing the ice cream thing over and over and over. But the main reason is it does just cost too much. I removed setup. Setup, not very good here. And there is a Chem X here, which will allow us to increase the number on our X cost cards by 2. So that goes well with our doppelganger that we have. And of course we can add more X cost cards later, but it's a nice way to make doppelganger actually do something, as it's normally a bit too slow to spend energy this turn to gain something next turn. But if you can play it for 0 and still get 2 extra cards and 2 extra cards drawn next turn, that's actually quite good. And only will get better as we add more X cost cards. So I almost missed it, but I do take it. I go the question marks route. Could have considered going the more hallway fights route with this question card, but I go this way instead. Get another card remove. And at this point, it's actually getting a little bit sus. We have no basics, so these card remove events are a little bit hard to figure out what to get rid of. And actually now already I'm like, ooh, like what is the worst card here? And transforming 2 is a lot different than removing 2. Transforming 2 non-basics can have a worse outcome, whereas transforming 2 basics almost can never be worse than having the basics. So I actually take mutagens with Double Blade Dance, giving us some extra strength on turn 1, as well as a glass knife it works well with. And a pretty significant mistake here, I remember. So I have Piercing Wail and Deflect. So I actually neutralized the left one, but that's a mistake, because once I Piercing Wail, that one's going to go down to low enough damage, I believe 9 it was. And that would take 0 anyway because of the combo. And then the right one is going to be hitting me for a lot. So I lost, I believe, 5 health there. Or cost me, actually no, it was only 2 health. Because it would have gone from 8 to 6, I believe. Math. But I don't believe the Slaver would have gotten into the combo range to do 0 to me, even if I neutralized it on the right side there. Still a mistake though. And Slavers are beating me up, very sad. I do the thing. Accuracy, Blade Dance, and then I can Expertise. Not a great hand, though. I draw the Glass Knife so I can kill the middle one, that's really huge. And I will take 0 from the left Slaver here. And oof, Blade Dance is my bottom card here. Spoiler. But I actually can live. I'm at 1 health because of Tungsten Rod. So I saved the Ghost in a Jar. This run kills the heart. Can you believe it? Found a meat on the bone, which will heal us for 12 health whenever we end a fight with half health or less. That's very good when you're at 1 health, of course. And another card remove event. The upgrades don't do anything. We took Pandora's box, so actually kind of unlucky here to get so many events that interact with removing cards or transforming cards in a row after clicking P-Box. And I'm looking here, I'm like, I don't have footwork yet, so this Deflect kind of sucks, as well with, you know, Concentrate and stuff like that. Like, Concentrate Tactician in my deck now, like, maybe a 0 cost block for 4 is just not strong enough here. I could have considered removing Predator Dagger Throw, though. Definitely also options. And then, of course, we go right into getting this, because we have a Dreamcatcher, which gives us a card there. And get a footwork, so whoops. Punished. And Darkstone Periapt will give us 6 health whenever we add a curse to our deck. A terrible relic, we're not interested in doing that, and even if we do, 6 health is not nearly enough of a payoff. And we killed both minions, but we still get attacked. Absolutely brutal. But I have a Piercing Wail in there, and notably that will reduce the number of this attack to 5 times 3, which means we're immortal. So I do the combo with Expertise again, drawing 6. And it's still in there, got an Adrenaline for it. And just got there. It's beautiful. So actually blocking for 33 with 1 piercing whale. Very cool. And you can keep the bouncing flask around, since it's definitely not making minions right now. Can always play that in next turn. And it's gonna die next turn, surely. So I made it through Gremlin Leader unscathed. She tried. And up to 31 health, that's a bit awkward. Now we got an Omamori to combo with our Darkstone Periapt. So Omamori will prevent the next 2 curses we get, making Darkstone Periapt actually completely useless now. Very sad. Molten Egg would have been better, it turns out. How I added any attacks, though, I'm not sure. And we find a Nightmare. Oh, that's very exciting. Not quite sure what I'm doing with it yet, but it should be good eventually. So I Nightmare and Accuracy here. And don't even play the Nooch, as Art of War is good. Which, that allows me to play all 3 accuracies and block with Survivor here. But now taking quite a bit of damage. And didn't draw block because we don't really have any block. This enemy is brutal for us. But we do have meat on the bones, so if we take any damage, we'll heal for 12. And we're actually only taking 20 because of Tungsten Rod. And I consider using Fire Potion, but really, I'm only taking 8 damage here because of meat on the bone. And Fire Potion may matter quite a lot in the Elite coming up, so choose to hang on to that instead. Gambler's Brew drops. And I already took a Fumes from the store, I believe, so not interested in that. I just have it for the, right now for the artifact removal. And of course, got to upgrade this Nightmare if I took that to make it playable more consistently. Could have considered upgrading a Well-Laid Plans as well. Well-Laid Plans is way better when it's upgraded. And here we go. Book of Stabbing is here, and I have Piercing Whale Nightmare in my hand. So you already know what I'm doing here. If we can just play a Piercing Whale every turn, we cannot take damage, unless it hits us with the big hit. It would actually be better off here if it couldn't do the big hit, which is unusual. I actually miscounted here. I thought I was doing the combo, but it's hitting me for 6, actually. It's the wrong number, so I took 6. And you can see by my spastic mouse movement there, I wasn't expecting that. Math is hard. Now it's actually already full blocking here, because it's hitting me for 5, because it's weakened. So I can just chill. And play Predator, or Bouncing Flask. Predator draws me 2 extra cards, so that's probably better. But Bouncing Flask, of course, is good. Oh, I can play both. Genius. Yet again, Piercing Whale. And I have Well-Laid Plans, so I can save the other Piercing Whale. And look at those shivs go, my god. It doesn't even give you the wounds, because it actually does completely prevent the damage. It has to actually do the damage to give you the wounds. Very cool. And here, I only need a little bit of damage. I can just concentrate everything except Expertise. Play Expertise, draw some damage. Made it through. A pretty good fight there. And up to exactly 30 health, that's very nice. And Acro's here. We have a Tactician that we bought at the store. And a Concentrate. Definitely happy to see that. This guy is tough. Probably interested in Nightmaring Piercing Whale again, if possible. If we weaken it, it goes to 6, which is the wrong number. Take 10. Adrenaline. Dagger Throat. Try to find Piercing Whale. Paired. Try to find Piercing Whale. Nope. Very sad. So probably retain the Nightmare. Take another 7 damage. Down to 13. Figuring out how much damage you're taking is actually not so simple. But I do copy the Piercing Wail. I played Accuracy Doppelganger. Now I'm immortal. This Piercing Wail was absolutely massive. It was. It was actually hard carrying. It also saved me against slavers, which I also live with 1 health against, so yeah. So 25. Another Piercing Wails here, definitely taking that. Really good card. And what to upgrade here? A lot of good options. In hindsight, I would probably click on well-laid plans. Oh, I rest. I see. That makes sense. Only 25 health. Another Piercing Wail. Pretty good. And of course, the Dreamcatcher combo with a question card actually is pretty real. Definitely pretty good. So I can't Piercing Wail it to block because it has 2 artifacts. And they're double stealing, so some rares going away here. Now that I have 2 or 3 Piercing Wails, I can just Piercing Wail to remove artifact. Managed to full block. Doppelganger. There goes Adrenaline, and there goes Nightmare. They're not hitting me here. Actually kind of a shame with this double Piercing Wail draw on the big Doppelganger turn. And I was hoping to hit Concentrate there so I could do the Expertise thing, but lost the coin flip. So this fight is actually a little bit scary now, just like that. Can still draw with Expertise here. Have enough energy. I was prepared, but I just play that. Ooh, nice. Good Blade Dance hit. So that one's going to die soon, especially with Fumes in play. I can point the other shivs at the right one. And on a later turn, I can choose to snipe off the left one, get my Adrenaline back if I so choose. And now, because of Fumes kindly removing the artifacts, which is why we bought it, can now Piercing Wail and weaken the Bronze Automaton. Therefore, full blocking with the combo. And didn't mention Ornamental Fan, not even sure when I got that, but great with Blade Dance, giving us 4 block every time we play 3 attacks in 1 turn. So happy about that. A nice way to block in our deck that almost has no block. And we do have this Ghost in a Jar, giving us 1 intangible if we choose to use it, so that is our solution for the Hyper Beam if we need it. But of course, we'd love to save the Ghost in a Jar for the heart. Really good in that fight, of course. So having a look, I can block for 12 already with 3 Blade Dances. Very strange. And then looks like Piercing Wail just gets there. Or dodge and roll. Yeah, I should have just done the Blade Dances. Yeah, I think I wasn't quite appreciating the fan yet. This is a rather large mistake. I missed like so much damage there. I'm blocking other ways. Avert your eyes. It's terrible. It's disastrous. Probably missed like 100 damage. Whoops. And can dodge and roll and then save neutralize, which will block for a lot. 20 times 4 has happened, or 20 times 2 rather. So neutralize will block for a lot. 10, I believe. But maybe just dead after all. Check the draw pile. The concentrate is in there, so if I expertise, I could draw the concentrate, and I do, and it's dead. So I managed to save the ghost in a jar after all. And very exciting rewards here. Malaise and Doppelganger here for our MX. Definitely considered clicking Doppelganger again for the memes, but that's a Malaise, so gonna take that. That's really good. And a Kite is here with our Concentrate deck. Pretty good. I'm a pretty big Kite enjoyer myself. I understand. Can be a bit awkward sometimes. And yet again, 450 gold, interested in going to shops. And Omamori, interested in going to question marks. Events that offer you a curse for some benefit are better with Omamori, of course. Got some Angry Darklings here. Attacking for 29. Do I consider Nightmare on Doppelganger here? I do have the mutagens and 1 accuracy, so I can actually do quite a lot of damage here. Kill 1, block for 8. I can go concentrate on everything except Nightmare and Doppelganger, and then Nightmare the Doppelganger, and then play the Nightmare. Seems actually good. So at this point, you know, we do have this accuracy shiv thing happening, but our block situation isn't quite amazing yet. And our scaling also isn't quite amazing yet. We can do some cool stuff, but it's not quite getting there yet, so hoping to find some more power here. I really do wish I had that deflect skill. For moving Predator probably would have been better. But immediately at the time that I did that, before knowing I was going to get a footwork on the next floor, it seemed reasonable. I think. So the right one is dead, no need to worry about that one. I'm just obsessed with doing the expertise thing. I don't think I needed to do that here at all, but it's fun. Yeah, didn't even draw with it, after all. Some trash here, yet again. Sneaky Strike is pickable, but it's just not necessary at all. And we're offered another Acro and another Footwork. Definitely gonna click those. That's pretty good. What did I... Oh, Deflect as well. Wow. Yep, so after removing my Deflect, I bought back a Deflect. Wow. Situation has changed, of course. Desperate for block. 2 Footworks now. Seems good. And what do I remove now? It would be funny if I remove Predator now. I remove Glass Knife over it instead. I'm still valuing the draw from Predator, it seems. Probably overvaluing Predator. But I do have so much energy, it seems, that maybe it's like not even a problem that it costs 2. And I also buy a Pen Nib with these 16 damage shivs. That seems really good. And we find Sensory Stone events. Was a little bit hesitant to click that, but take it and find Apotheosis, and a Panacea, and a Bandage Up. And Bandage Up is a way to allow us to be more towards full health, and could even supplement the Meat on the Bone if we're very low. And we even have a Nightmare, so we can Nightmare the Bandage Up and heal for a lot. And now it's going to be upgraded because we have Apotheosis, so it's 6 actually. So I do take the Bandage Up. Very cool. I don't normally click that card, but here we are. Oh, and I remember this turn. All right, so this was actually very tough. So I'm sitting here. If I do nothing right now, I take exactly 10 damage. I have a bandage up plus in my deck, putting me at exactly 30 health, which means that I will heal with Meat of the Bone still. And I have a neutralize in my hand, which you would obviously play on this thing that's hitting you, right? But if I let this hit me for the full amount and then play bandage up, I will heal for the maximum amount and go up to 42 health. So I let it do that, and then I just have to hope that I don't take any more damage. But of course, with the piercing whales involved and the combo, how can we possibly take damage? And upgrading the well-laid plans is absolutely massive. And yep, just gonna play Fumes and let the poison win against the Spiker for me. Was considering keeping Piercing Whale. Notably, playing the accuracy gets it out of my deck. And if I don't want to play any more shivs, it's okay. So bandage up. Could have actually healed for more if I nightmare the bandage up. Up to 48. But this is the line that I saw. And of course, you can't know for sure that the nightmaring the bandage up is going to be working out for you. Necessarily. Killing the Spiker while I can. There's Fumes. Had to pass on the Fumes the first time, so I can finally play that, but should just be dead. And actually, Penib is on 8 here, so I should have put it on 9, played Fumes in the past. Pass, but I didn't. That's okay. And really good options here, somehow getting an upgraded Deflect and Dodge and Roll. With our footworks, but there's also another Blade Dance with our accuracy, and currently we don't have any other way to do damage, really. We have a pretty slow Fumes Bouncing Flask, but other than that, we kind of need these shivs to be cooking, so more copies of Blade Dance, please. And speculatively, that's how we're going to be winning at this point, so that is subject to change. Taking a massive 44 damage. Jawworms, please. So, took me a minute here. An accuracy and then double Blade Dance on the left Jawworm. Or the right Jawworm. Either one's fine. I could have actually played this. But I go the other way first. Go accuracy. I was afraid that it cost too much at the beginning. But then I realized I have enough left after. For the concentrate stuff. Blade Dance twice. Actually fine, because I had maximum hand space anyway, pretty much. And then now that that's dead, I'm like, alright, what do I do now? So then now I can realize I can Apotheosis, and then play Concentrate plus, and then block. Keep going. I just Blade Dance on the middle one. Decide to block for next turn instead. The middle one's just dead there if I shiv. Blade Dance. A bit strange. Not playing this fight perfectly by any means, but it's fun. And interested in playing Nightmare on Bandage up now? Nope. I don't believe I've Nightmared yet. I'll weave in the nooch for pen nib reasons. I find another Ghost in Jar and another Footwork. Wow, it's happening. A little bit scared of Wokebird. for sure. But footwork, of course, is rather good. And take a second ghost in the jar there. And I realized that I could take this elite, but Repto is pretty spooky, and I want to upgrade Apotheosis. And I want to upgrade Well-Laid Plans in case I draw it before Apotheosis. Get a transform, another transform event, my god. Now what do I get rid of? I think it's Predator finally. Do I bring myself to do it? I don't know. Yeah, Dagger Throw stays now because of Kite, perhaps? Although it still might be worse than Predator, to be honest. And I get another Concentrate. A little bit questionable. If I had one Reflex, boy would that be insane. But never found one. And I can neutralize and take 0 already. Pretty incredible. Didn't even need to block, but it also blocks for next turn. It's a bit unfortunate. Taking some damage here. I did consider Ghost in a Jar, but I think that's a bit much. So I do this just to block, even though it's only taking 1 per hit there. Then I can get rid of those. That's so much energy, my god. Definitely killing here, I would say. Almost certainly. I yet again could have Bandage up Nightmare. So I wasn't really thinking about that enough, and I think I should have been a lot more into that than I was. Just kind of playing it when I draw it. Like, I had the vibe, I knew I was doing the meat on the bone thing as well, like, it wasn't too big of a deal, but could be at 60 or whatever. I think at 59 actually. And Prayer Wheels here, a little bit late, giving us an extra card award screen at all normal hallway fights. So with Question Card, that's now 8 cards that I'm seeing per fight. And if I go right here, can get a lot of fights. And we also find a Toxic Egg, which is really late as well, but now with our Prayer Wheel Question Card is actually going to be pretty relevant. And Reptomancer's here. I feel like I played this fight wrong. Looking forward to figuring out how. So kill the minions. Play that. Keep Piercing Whale. And I think the mistake is not killing the minions here. I could have at least killed the right one and gotten the left one to 4. That would have been pretty good. But I point this Blade Dance at Repto, and that's bad. Because I was thinking I would be able to kill them next turn or block for enough somehow. Not a great hand. So I do Ghost in a Jar here. It blocks for a lot. Blocks for 48. Or if I had played Piercing Whale, it would have blocked for, you know, that number minus 16. So sadly wasting a Ghost in a Jar there, but it's alright. Yet again, I'm going to be attacked by the minions next turn. Gotta get out somehow. This time I have Blade Dance. At this point, I was a little bit scared. Because I'm now, again, pointing attacks at Reptomancer. And I need to get out here if I'm going to do that. There's enough lethal right there. I just got rid of bandage up for some reason. Could have healed for 6. Wow. Played this fight absolutely terribly. Avert your eyes. So, missed 6 health and had to waste a ghost in a jar for no reason. But we made it through. And after images here with our frozen egg that we just got. So, prayer wheel, toxic egg, frozen egg all in a row. It's very, very strange. And after image is pretty good, of course. Blocking for us. Definitely happy about that. And upgrade our well-laid plans finally. So, even if we draw that before Apotheosis, we can put it in play and retain 2 cards every turn. And kill the Exploder here. Thanks to our mutagens. And dodge and roll just gets us there to full block with the combo. And concentrate everything except Malaise, and then Malaise on the right one. Panacea is not doing a lot for me here. Although it does get it out of my deck if I play it. It's a 9 Malaise. My god. Definitely want to kill this Repulsor. Stop getting these dazes in my deck. Not a fan of those. Apotheosis is at the very bottom here. And I was a little bit hesitant to play that because it might all hit the Repulsor, which is going to die soon, but I got the perfectly balanced as all things should be result. Literally bottom card Apotheosis. I'm not salty. And another interesting situation with meat on the bone here. I need to take 8 damage. And could possibly inflict that damage myself with attacks onto one of the spikers, but the math gets tricky because I'm gaining 1 block every time I play any card, and I am taking 1 less damage every time I take damage because of Tungsten Rod. So I sat here for a moment, trying to work out a way to do so. So if I had played Blade Dance, I would have gone up to 20 block, played a Shiv, gone up to 21 block, and then I think I would have taken 1 or 2 few damage to go and meet on the bone range. But then I realized this thing's hitting me for 9, which is perfect, because I take 8 from that, because of Tungsten Rod. And so I foolishly played cards. You fool. How dare you play cards? So if I simply pass, and hope to let it hit me again, then I can take the exact 8 damage that I want. And heal from Meat on the Bone, netting 4 health. So I'm yet again sitting here for a moment like, how do I finagle my way into taking damage from this Shiv, right? But it's too much here, actually. Blade Dance up to 16, Shiv up to 17, take 15, down to 3 block, I think, because of Afterimage, and then I would take a bit too much. So then I realized it's hitting me for 9, which is perfect, just chill. And it either hits me again or it doesn't, and we'll only lose 4 health maximum. There it is, kindly hitting us. Into Meat on the Bone range. And we win. Heal for 12. And Catalyst is here. Catalyst Plus, because of Toxic Egg. And another Piercing Whale, of course. But Catalyst I'm like having a look, like, do I even want this catalyst? And then I see that I have a Nightmare in my deck, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a way to win. Nice. So all of a sudden, going from our weird Shiv deck into a actual poison deck, just like that. And our well-laid plans upgrade paying off here already. And I think I'm finally appreciating the bandage up blade, or bandage up Nightmare thing here, if memory serves. Get rid of Catalyst. Doesn't do anything. There's Apotheosis. Piercing Well goes now because I have no energy anymore. And yep, so now I'm saving the bandage up. So I don't know why it took me so long to, like, register that I could do this. But here we are, doing the thing. And I actually could kill here, but I don't want to because I'm about to end my turn and get a bunch of healing. Up to full health, and then some. And don't care about Pendant so much anymore. And another Catalyst is here. And another Acrobatics Plus is here. Holy moly. So those last few card awards have been absolutely massive for us. Prayer Wheel Toxic combo coming better late than never, it seems. And I was definitely disappointed to see the Toxic Egg at first. I was like, oh, like latter half Act 3 already. How much is this gonna really do for me, right? And then we find 2 Catalyst Pluses. I would say pretty unlikely, but still very cool, of course. And notably here we have Omamori, and no more opportunities to receive a curse in the whole run. So we actually want to let this curse us if it's, you know, overtaking some amount of damage. So I believe I realize it here and then start playing attacks. Good on me. We still will be killing with Catalyst though, of course. Actually does block. Would have taken 6 there, or 5. The math with Tungsten Rod stuff is crazy. I'd like to Nightmare Catalyst, it seems. Already full blocking because of the combo. And probably still play the Blade Dance though. I see. It seems I want to keep my Pendib on a higher number there. Always gonna die anyway. And we go from basically having no poison to applying 4,000 poison. Silent moment. And we are so interested now in applying poison that I actually click this Deadly Poison Plus. We only have Bouncing Flask and Fumes right now. So just want to make sure that against the heart we can apply the poison fast enough. And 1 Deadly Poison Plus is plenty. So Donudeka's here. Can actually full block here. Pretty incredibly. We do have the Kite, which when we discard a card here will go up to 1 again. And then we can Blade Dance Plus, which will block with a Fan and After Image. But I was trying to find a way to play Footwork as well. Should have kept that instead of Footwork. I don't have Wally plans yet, so I could have played Panacea out of my deck. Mistake. Not a great looking turn here, but I have the Concentrate Expertise combo again. It is actually crazy how often this was useful here. I've never had that happen, really. But I also do not really click expertise very often. Just worse than aggro, generally speaking. And you get aggro so easily. Sadly, can't quite get there here. If I blocked for one more there, could have full blocked if I took 5 instead. But we do have the bandage up, it's fine. Now the artifacts are gone. Here's no work. Copy our catalyst. And perhaps a little bit too few poison for my liking to play the first catalyst there. Only 5 poison, not quite enough. This is what I'm talking about. That's why I took deadly poison. Catalyst, really good, but you have to have some poison to start with, of course. Do one more catalyst on Deca there. This expertise. Yeah, expertise has never cooked this hard. Maybe in like grand finale decks, it's cooked harder. And triple Blade Dance Plus will do a lot of damage, but if it also wasn't killing here, it would also probably full blocked by itself with the fan and the after image. 16 from fan, no, 12 from fan, and then 15 from after image, 27. And Wokebird is here after all, but we have Malaise, and so Wokebird of course going to be gaining a lot of strength, yet again, by the way. Expertise cooking, oh my god. Holy moly. But yeah, Wokebird going to be getting quite a lot of strength here from our powers, so we want to play a big Malaise on it to reduce its strength, and we also have Piercing Will, which is really good. So you are getting hit big here on turn 2. Very scary, but we drew the Piercing Will plus. Definitely want to play Footwork still. It's going to be netting us block eventually. Piercing Will. And of course the Cultist you're now hitting for 0. So I could choose to take 0, or I could play the accuracy and take 10 to have a bandage up plus in my deck. Or actually 9, technically. Tungsten Rod. It's all good. The accuracy is important to be able to kill the cultists in a timely manner here. And won't be getting multi-hit again for 2 more turns, so they're going to play these powers, hope to get through these cultists, and then eventually play a huge Malaise. And if I Piercing Wail, that's pretty good. And I'm interested in actually copying Malaise here. This bird's gonna have so much strength that it's important that we play many copies of Malaise here. So Nightmare Malaise plus with Chemex. I don't think I've ever seen that before in anything. So too many cards in my hand to Blade Dance, arguably, but this doesn't actually help at all. Oh yes it does. Dagger Throw gives me energy, so it's basically free. And then Malaise also applies Weaken, and then another Malaise actually goes for 2, so it'll go down to 21. And I do in fact full block with the combo there. Save 2 Malaise. And we also played a Doppelganger that turn, so now we have so much energy. can do this to make one more energy. And huge malaise for 11. So now it has negative strength, and I can even keep one for phase 2 if I want. To make a phase 2 woke bird also puny little baby. Considering what to keep, it doesn't actually matter anymore. And saving catalyst as well for phase 2, because it makes it a bit faster. So what a deck, truly, here. 41 cards also, that's pretty unusual. Not too unusual, but... I thought I had expertise there, I don't know why I would have played that otherwise. Concentrate. Definitely a bit strange. And can kill it here, and I can even fully split without letting the poison go off, just to play the footwork for free, essentially. Keep the malaise to deflect. Concentrates in there, can draw towards that to make more energy for malaise. Boom. And we're blocking with the combo yet again. So it should be dead here. That's a huge malaise. Hitting for 1 times 3. So just gonna have to chill here for a bit and wait for our shivs and poisons to annihilate this enemy. Seems I still have both pet catalysts. Shouldn't be too long yet. I could have kept Pendant on a better number. Well, it looks like I can just play all my attacks instead of playing Catalyst, get it back up to 8. Wow, that was fast. So good fight. To thump, to thump, to thump, a deep pulsing dread fills the room. And into Act 4. Just under an hour. So now what to upgrade? I think I upgrade a Panacea here. I'm not sure about that. I think the second debuff is actually Weaken, which is not mattering so much, so actually probably better to upgrade something else there. Of course, we have Apotheosis, so the upgrade isn't a huge deal. It's just what we want to get upgraded if we happen to drop before Apotheosis. Could have been better to upgrade a Footwork instead or something like that. If you're a character that really needs the attack damage though in those first 3 turns, consider upgrading Panacea there. But we're doing the Catalyst thing now, so that was absolutely worthless. Definitely a mistake. If it is Frail as the second debuff though, and I'm wrong about that, then it was actually correct. We'll see, I suppose. And I actually buy Funnel. Strips the artifact charges from the Act 4 Elite, and that's pretty good. Because also gets the poison started a little bit against the heart, which is fine. Didn't love the other options. And you gotta spend your gold. Someone commented recently that I passed on like an Artivore in the shop instead of just buying it. When I could have in Act 4. And would have gained me some energy even without even considering... Like, I wasn't obviously thinking about Artivore at all, because I didn't have it, and yet it still would have gained me several energy. And that's the sort of thing I need to think about. Even if the Relic isn't something I would normally spend my gold on, it's the last shop of the run, so just buy it. It's fine. And I managed to draw into both Piercing Wells here, so I do get to block. And the Doppelganger's going to help quite a bit here, drawing me 2 extra cards on the Burns turn. And I didn't mention I also bought a Fairy in a Bottle, pretty much completely shoring up the Act 4 here. It's gonna be very hard to die twice. perfect there. The burn damage getting blocked by Tungsten Rod, and did a maximum malaise there. Probably gonna take a bit of damage here. I don't think I can quite block this 38 hit it's going to be. And now I was gonna Deadly Poison, but then I drew with the Dagger Throw. Now I want to save the Piercing Wail. That's pretty good. Take 13. And considered Nightmare on Bandage up again, but that might result in me taking more damage than I had signed up for. So going to 51 is totally fine. We have Ghost and Jar, Fairy in a Bottle. Just get out of this fight and we'll win. Especially with this deck against the Heart, with Catalysts and multiple Piercing Wails and Malaise. Oh my god, this Heart is so cooked. It won't even be able to damage us with a multi-hit for the first 3 times that it does it, because of the Tungsten Rod and Tori combo. 4 times 15 is going to be 0 times 15 instead. Very reliably. So kill the one on the right there with a Nightmare Catalyst, and then don't even need to block more because the left one will get reduced to 16 when the right one dies and my character turns around. Block for enough, hopefully, yep. And then could consider putting Pendib on 9 again, but it's not a huge deal. It feels weird dragging your cards to the left, I've noticed. Can't explain why. And I actually can. Just play 3 Shivs, then Catalyst, Catalyst. Pretty good fight there. At 51 health. Should be fine. We get the boot! Not even gonna explain that one, it's completely worthless here, don't worry about it. And I consider a second Fumes, just for a little more poison to get the catalyst started. Mainly it's just to make sure that I draw it early enough that I can reliably have those charges, artifact charges perhaps, after the turn 4 turn, doing its thing. And it did draw Panacea on turn 1, so we'll see how this works. I'm rather sure it's going to only apply Frail to me in this case. And Doppelganger here as well, very nice. No well-laid plans though, sadly. Oh, it actually is Weaken. 3rd. Okay, so it was correct. Past me knew what was going on. So, taking 45. Gonna Ghost in a Jar. We do have Neutralize, so we're not actually taking 45, we're taking something more like 33. Still good though. Nightmare's going away here, very sad. There's Apotheosis. And the After Image Tungsten Rod combo is very cute. We gain 1 block from playing the card, take 2 from the Beat of Death. One of those is consumed by the block, one of those damage is consumed by the Tungsten Rod, we take 0 damage. So, the first phase of the Beat of Death doing 0 damage to us. And now, we don't even have a Nightmare Catalyst, we can just Catalyst and then use our second Catalyst, and that's 153 poison already. Which is plenty, as the Heart can only take 200 a turn. Not great choices here. Don't want to reshuffle in the Void though, of course it'll make us lose 1 energy again later. Now taking 35 damage, hoping to find some block here. Survivor and Dodge Roller in there. And Piercing Wails can remove the artifacts. So we gotta play 1 Piercing Wail to remove artifact. Then Catalyst a second time. Should have played Survivor instead of the second Piercing Whale there. I think I was planning on full blocking and playing both Survivor and Piercing Whale, but then I was like, wait, I need to play this Catalyst, because that's 100 damage I'm missing if I don't do that. That'd be bad. So, a small mistake there, took a bit more damage than I was supposed to. And don't even need to block. This is doing no damage because of the combo. Look at the combo go, oh my god. And it's going to be increasing the beat of death damage now, so we're still immortal against the combo, or the beat of death, but don't even need to play any more cards. Pass kills the heart. And we've done it. So after making it to 1 health against Slavers, we managed to make it all the way through to the end. Very cool. And collectively, that combo's preventing 204 damage. That's pretty amazing. Playing quite a few X-cost cards, of course. Metal Gun Healing for 84, of course. Very good. And the nice little prayer wheel and double egg package at the end there. Actually saw all 3 eggs. Skipped Molten Egg in Act 1. Very crazy run. Very crazy run. I was very excited about this one. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you're still here, how have you not subbed? How have you not liked the video? Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And as always, have a beautiful day.